Hello once again, my friends. I am bringing you a story from IndieWire. Black Adam review. Dwayne Johnson's superhero debut is another catastrophe for DC's film universe. Now, before we begin, I just want to let you all know that I'm not really buying this article 100% because when it comes to Black Adam, it just looks like a great action thriller film. Maybe not so much a thriller, just a big action romp, with The Rock being all hulking and massive and just beating the crap out of people. And that, honestly, I think people are looking for a movie like that right now because they're really sick and tired of all the other BS that's coming out. And with Ezra Miller going to trial and Aquaman being a little bit under fire, and of course with the cancellation of that Batwoman film. Also, the president of DC, I believe, is stepping down. There's a lot going down at DC, and so I'm not sure what to believe about this movie. I heard that it had reviewed badly during its initial screening or its secret screening or whatever it was. Let's read it together. The question that Black Adam poses is a simple one. What happens when Hollywood's most risk-averse movie star collides with Hollywood's most risk-averse movie genre? The answer provided by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's depressingly inevitable and inevitably depressing foray into the superhero industrial complex is, of course, even simpler. Exactly what you'd expect, only worse. I don't know. You know what I'm expecting? A bunch of woke nonsense. That's what I'm expecting. So if anything that I get to see when I go and see this movie this weekend, which I will be doing because that's just what I do, I'm hoping that all of my fears will be subsided and that it'll just be a nice action flick. That's just kind of The Rock's thing. And so I'm just hoping it is that, though I am expecting a lot of woke stuff. That's just a thing right now. Okay, so all due respect to whatever unique and illustrious history Black Adam may have developed since his DC Comics debut in 1945, but the lifeless spectacle that the director, who made some nifty thrillers before Jungle Cruise, reduced him to the John Ford of Rawson Marshall Thurber's, has cobbled together for the character's big screen origin story is so exhaustingly derivative of other superhero movies that the ancient Egyptian anti-hero might as well not have any history at all. Okay. The problem stems from an irreconcilable mismatch between star and subject. Part of the issue is that playing the Scorpion King does not, in fact, make someone of Middle Eastern descent. I mean, obviously. The other major cause of the disconnect is that Johnson's fatal allergy to bold creative choices makes his brand a hopeless fit for such a politically fraught blockbuster. The tale of a superpowered former slave who wakes up from a 5,000-year nap and chooses to resist the American liberators in his fictional Iraq-coded country with extreme force. Okay. I mean, that sounds cool, though. It really does sound like a cool movie with, Black Adam going against the Justice Society of that era. I mean, a lot of people are looking forward to Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League or whatever. That game actually looks really fun too. I think that this is a well-timed film. Now, I'm not assuming that it's a good movie, but I'm just not ready to accept the negative reviews, because when I see negative reviews on Rotten Tomatoes from critics, I become a little bit more hopeful of the film's potential. And when I see audience scores, either good or bad, that also plays a heavy factor into my opinion of if it'll be good or not. And so a 55% is what it's sitting at right now on Rotten Tomatoes. And honestly, the reviews are saying that it's bad for, in my opinion, silly reasons. That's why I wanted to read this, because just because I read an article does not mean that I 100% agree with the person. And oftentimes you may see me disagree with the person who's writing the article. In this case, it's not so much me searching for flaws in this article, but really just me trying to see what this person thinks of it. And so Johnson has made a decidedly PG-13 movie that lacks the imagination to take anyone with it. There isn't a single character here that doesn't feel like a cheap photocopy of one from Gotham or the MCU. Not a single beat that doesn't feel like it hasn't been audience tested within an inch of its life. Not a single fight scene that isn't smothered to death by the DCEU signature CGI gloop. The superhero industrial complex is worth a lot of money, a character whose name I've already forgotten observes at one point, and Black Adam becomes a part of that business with all the fun and enthusiasm of a hedge fund buying $200 million worth of blue chip stocks. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a lot. But I want to go back to this part right here. Not a single, wait, what does it say? No. Photocopy of one from Gotham or the MCU. So, I mean, I don't really think of Gotham, the show Gotham, as a good example. Nor do I think that the MCU is something to follow after right now. That's a shame, because Johnson remains one of the most enormously charismatic and charismatically enormous movie stars on Earth. He really likes to do that little just like twang and twist with his words. Movie stars on Earth, and while Black Adam may not have been the best fit for his particular ethos or ethnicity, there's oodles of potential in the idea of a mega-budget Hollywood superhero movie that centers Middle Eastern characters and or reflects upon the legacy of Western imperialism in a way that Marvel films only pretend to. So apparently, if you read past that, I'll actually leave the article in the description if you guys want to read further, but beware, there are spoilers to the movie. And if any of you were interested in seeing this, and I'm just trying to be courteous and leave you guys with not being spoiled, okay? So from what I am reading, this guy really doesn't like the movie, but I've seen the track record of IndieWire, The Guardian, and other websites and like Hollywood Reporter that have said just awful things that don't make sense and or are not true. And so because of that, I've become a little less trusting in what I'm reading. I'm actually going to go and see this movie this weekend, and I want to make a review on it because I've been looking forward to this movie. I think The Rock is awesome. I love The Rock, and it's really a shame to see how divided everybody is and how polarized everybody is when it comes to DC and Marvel, and because it's really not the audiences or the fans' fault. It's really the fault of the people in charge. It's souring the opinions that we have for their films, and it's making us more skeptical to go see their movies. And I really don't want to be like that. I really want to try and approach this objectively and not worry if I'm going to be slammed for something that it just doesn't matter at all. And so I'm hoping that this movie is good. Tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Like and share this video, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I hope to see you guys again next time.